Hey fellow Force users, what is up? It's Jasmine, the AhsokaTanoFan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, another Ahsoka trailer dropped today. I'm super excited. I actually saw it trending on Twitter as well. I have not seen the trailer yet, so I was really excited to do a reaction video and jump into it with you guys. And before we jump into this video, guys, don't forget to check out my reaction video to the last Ahsoka trailer that dropped. I'll leave the link in the description below. For obvious reasons, I am excited for the show. Ahsoka, obviously, as you guys know, is my favorite character of all time, and we've all had a chance to watch her grow, right? From the Clone Wars movie till now, she has really come such a long way and is arguably one of the best developed characters, not just in Star Wars, but I would say even of all time. To see her get her own live action show is just incredible. Saying I'm excited for the series is an understatement. On a side note too, thank God it's premiering after I come back from my destination wedding. Thankfully, I was really worried that it was going to premiere while I was in the DR, so that would not have been good. So the stars aligned, guys. The Force was on my side. As you can see, I've got my face painting on here, and you already know I'm wearing my Ahsoka shirt here. And I really gotta get more Ahsoka gear, actually. Anyways, guys, I don't want to speculate too much. Let's just dive into the trailer and check out what's in store for us.
War is inevitable. One must destroy.
Okay, that's Baylan and Shin. Whoa.
We are no Jedi.
Ah! Whoa, he killed him. That was Ahsoka's line, I'm no Jedi, but he's saying we are no Jedi.
Whispers of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
Whoa.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Oh, that's a Magistrate?
Such as you've never dreamed.
Well, where were they there? Looks like something out of Marvel almost.
Most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
Mon Mothma, okay.
You and I both know who can help you with this.
She's still just as stubborn as ever.
Ah, they're talking about Sabine.
Master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him. Just like I walked away from Sabine.
Whoa.
Made things easy for
She
me.
name dropped him, guys. Is that R2 there? And she just called her master. Oh my gosh.
Sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
She cut her hair. Actually, it's kind of similar to when Kanan cut his.
Do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Well, Ahsoka had a different outfit on there.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain.
Okay, we're seeing his face now.
You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
Spoke highly. That means he knows Vader? Or knew Anakin?
There's work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Whoa. Oh, the spinning lightsaber. Ah, I wonder if he's gonna fly away. Remember they had that in Rebels? One of the Inquisitors like used their spinning blade as a helicopter blade almost. They flew away. That was a lot to take in, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably afterwards gonna have to watch that a couple more times. So first of all, we're seeing Thrawn's face now for the first time because we didn't see him in the last trailer. They only showed that shot of him from behind. That kind of made him all the more menacing and I think made us more excited to see what he would look like, you know, head on, actually see what his face looked like in live action. This trailer gave that to us. The only thing we didn't see or hear, I should say, is hear him speak. So I guess that will be the next time, or they'll probably save that for the actual show, I'm assuming. So I kind of like that they're showing us little by little a bit of Thrawn. First his back, now his face, then we'll hear his voice and how he sounds. We saw a lot of Shin and Baylan, which of course with the passing of Ray Stevenson, it definitely is gonna hit so much more now. He already looks like such a fascinating character, but the fact that he obviously passed away, I think his character is gonna be even all the more appreciated, right? Who knows what the plan was before Ray Stevenson passed away? Did they kill off his character in Ahsoka already? If not, if they in fact had him live, I wonder how they're gonna write him out the story now that Ray Stevenson has passed away. Yeah, but anyway, so we saw a lot of him, we saw a lot of Shin working together, and actually that beginning part of the trailer gave me a lot of Rogue One vibes when they're on that ship and they killed those guys. And the fact that they killed someone like that just shows that this show so far seems like it's going to be a little bit risky and a bit bold. I'm not gonna lie, guys, that kind of excites me. I don't really like when shows play it too safe. I kind of like when shows are a little bit bold, a little risky, and keep me guessing, keep me on my toes, make me a little bit fearful. You know what I mean? What were they even doing on that ship? Are they trying to break somebody out? Are they trying to look for somebody? You see Baylan and Shin meeting the Magistrate, and there might have been other people in that shot as well on some planet, and they discuss what to do when they find Thrawn, and you kind of wonder where they are and who they're actually working with and what their plans are and how Ahsoka falls into this. We know from the last trailer, and I think they actually showed it again in this trailer, Ahsoka faces off against Baylan in that same area, it looks like. So I think that's going to be where perhaps one of the final showdowns takes place. It also makes you wonder when that scene takes place with respect to the Mandalorian. Was that before she met Ahsoka in The Mandalorian or afterwards? You see a lot of Hera, Ahsoka, and Sabine in this trailer. There's a lot more dialogue as well. There wasn't so much dialogue, if I remember, from the first trailer, at least not with Hera. I think we just saw Hera in the flesh only. I don't believe we heard her speak. One of the things we hear Hera say is something along the lines of, my whole life I fought in a war. And I think after seeing her in the Bad Batch, that definitely hits a little bit different, because we saw her obviously as a kid interact with the Bad Batch and the conflict that she was involved in with her father and the Empire and whatnot. But you see Hera meeting up with Ahsoka, and she says something about, you know who could help us with this, or something to that effect. So it looks like perhaps Hera and Ahsoka meet up first and then venture off together to get Sabine. Perhaps Sabine is kind of off doing her own thing. That was kind of the impression that I got. Is it Ahsoka that first seeks out Hera then, and then they try and get help from politicians such as Mon Mothma, and after that is when they go enlist Sabine's help? You're kind of starting to see a little bit where the story could go based off of this trailer. It's definitely more of an expanded trailer and shows a bit more of the story compared to the last one. You see Ahsoka and Hera meeting up, and they're joking about how Sabine is stubborn, or at least I assume that's who they're talking about. You see a cool shot of Sabine actually on her speeder, and that kind of reminds me of season 1 of Rebels, when Kanan and Ezra were on the speeder and they were escaping authorities. There's also a similar scene in Solo as well, so I kind of thought that was a little bit of a parallel. And then of course you see Sabine cut her hair, which we remember that shot was pretty similar to when Kanan cut his hair as well. For both of them, you could look at it as being a new beginning. In Sabine's case, now she is more closely resembling the Sabine that we saw at the end of the Rebels series, right? The epilogue. It does kind of still beg the question, how does this fit in terms of chronological order? So we know that Ahsoka met up with the Magistrate in Mandalorian and asked her where her master was, or asked her about her master. She name dropped Thrawn. We know in the Rebels series finale, Ahsoka meets up with Sabine and they go off to find Ezra. And by the way, we saw Ezra in this trailer too. We heard him speak. That was pretty cool. And at that moment, she also has short hair. But we see moments in this trailer where Ahsoka meets up with Hera and they talk about Sabine. Sabine has long hair, then cuts her hair. So that kind of all has to happen first, I would assume, before that final shot that we see at the end of Rebels. So some of this looks like it coincides with Rebels, and then some of it looks like it follows Rebels. So anyways, yeah, I'm just really curious to see how that's gonna work in terms of chronological order. And also I wonder, that shot of Sabine on the speeder, is she just kind of being a rebel and escaping authorities? Or was she actually on a mission at that moment for Ahsoka and Hera? Had she already met up with them? We also do see Sabine fight Shin as well. Maybe we can assume, it just judging by the looks of it, that might be towards the end of the season, because it looks like it might be a little bit more of a big fight. But either way, I'm so excited to see how that fight goes down. We've got that lightsaber action, and then we have Ahsoka facing Baylan. We also see the spinning Inquisitor lightsaber at the end. I don't know if that is Baylan or if that's somebody else, but either way, there looks to be a lot of lightsaber action, which I love. But let's be real, not a single person in this trailer is any match for my girl Ahsoka. And if anyone has any doubts about that, you gotta just rewatch some of the lightsaber duels she's been involved with. She is definitely a force to be reckoned with, no pun intended. What else? She also name dropped Anakin, which is incredible. I think Sabine called her master, so does that mean Ahsoka's gonna be training her in the ways of the Force, or is she just calling her that out of respect? During her match with Baylan, one thing that stood out to me is he said something along the lines of Anakin spoke well of you, or Anakin spoke highly of you. Now the way he said that line, I can't tell, does this mean he knew Darth Vader or he knew Anakin before he was Darth Vader? And if so, how is that? Was he one of the younglings in the temple like the third sister was in Kenobi? Anyways, we definitely have to find that out, because that was not spoken by accident. He said Anakin spoke very highly of you, so he knew who Anakin was somehow. So that's definitely going to be an interesting reveal when we find out in the series. And then of course we see Professor Huyang again, who is honestly an OG. If you guys remember from the Clone Wars Youngling arc from season 5, he was the one who helped the Younglings construct their lightsabers, and he also helped Yoda build his lightsaber as well. So he's pretty much a legend. And so I'm curious to see how he's going to fit into all this. They're probably going to use his ancient knowledge to help them somehow, because it kind of does seem, I'm getting a lot of ancient references and vibes from this trailer. You see Ahsoka in some sort of underground looking temple. She talks about hearing whispers of Thrawn, and you see Baylan, Shin, the Magistrate meeting in this kind of sacred looking area where they discuss looking for Thrawn. It just looks like a lot of symbolism kind of in this trailer in temples. And so I wonder if somehow they're going to use Huyang's knowledge of the Jedi and the ways of the Force to help in their fight against Thrawn. And speaking of Jedi, I loved how Baylan said, "We are no Jedi." I think that was a direct reference to Ahsoka's classic line, "I am no Jedi."
I am no Jedi.
One more thing about Ezra too, you see Sabine looking at a hologram of Ezra, or should I say listening to a holo recording of Ezra. And you definitely get the sense that she's almost mourning him. Perhaps he has been missing for a long time and she's kind of gotten, on one hand, used to his absence, but on the other hand, wanting to find him and search for him in case he's still out there. It kind of sounds like Sabine is maybe hesitant to join the fight. I get the impression that she has maybe been out of the fight for some time, or perhaps her goals and her vision aren't necessarily aligned with Ahsoka's and Hera's. Maybe Ahsoka and Hera are more interested in finding Thrawn than they are Ezra. Maybe Sabine's more interested in finding Ezra. But then again, Ezra and Thrawn did go missing together, so one would assume that wherever you find Thrawn, you'll find Ezra and vice versa. I'm not really sure, but either way, it kind of seems from the trailer that it takes them some work before enlisting Sabine's help, before she's ready to join the fight and help them. So yeah, guys, overall, that was a great trailer. It definitely showed us, like I said, more than the last one, but it didn't give too much away, which is good. So much going on there, so much to break down. Even in everything I said, I probably still missed some things. So I'll have to watch that trailer a few more times. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how the series is and what the story is like. I'm curious to see what kind of role Mon Mothma is going to play in this as well. Obviously, last time we saw her was in Andor, which chronologically happens much before this. Got to figure out what kind of role she's gonna play. It definitely seems like it's gonna be a big fight either way. But a lot of people are getting involved. Ahsoka, Hera, Sabine, and now they're getting in touch with politicians. They're talking about a war that's coming. It seems as though it's that group versus Shin, Baylan, the Magistrate, and Thrawn. Those are kind of the main forces that are going up against each other. So it's bound to have some sort of epic conclusion, and whatever conclusion they have is fine. Just please don't kill my girl off. That's all I ask. I don't think they could do that to us, guys. But anyways, you guys let me know down below in the comments, as always, what you thought of the trailer and what you're looking forward to most from the show. And as always, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you, well, actually, I'll see you tomorrow for Secret Invasion. In terms of the next Star Wars show, I will see you in August for the special premiere of Ahsoka. Until next time, guys, take care and see you soon.